Hello, and welcome back to the 6th Street Underground, a Zenless Zone Zero podcast discussing all things ZZZ. As always, I'm your host, Eric, and I'm joined by my ever-wonderful co-host, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, listen.
How you doing, governor?
I just dropped off my kid at school, and I spent the whole drive home being like, I know I can't do accents. Maybe I can find an accent. And I got 2 lines in before it just became Southern and then became Australian and then became Southern again. So we'll see if it shows up in today's episode, but there's a reason Brian's talking like he's from across the pond. Roscaelifer is here.
Roscaelifer. As I do declare, Roscaelifer, the great England in the sky.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you'll turn your attention here to Sky England with all the cool Bangboos.
Skingland, as I call it.
Hey, this is not going to surprise anybody, but I really like it, man.
It's really cool.
They've built a place that's interesting to explore.
So hold up, before we get too far.
Yep.
We're not going to talk about the story in this episode, but there will be some story elements that we have to talk about. Just on the fact that there's so much new stuff introduced, it would be impossible not to talk about some of the stuff. So we're not going to talk about the fact that dies at the end of 3.0, but we will talk about the fact that we are in a new world with new characters and some things. So if you want a complete surprise playing ZZZ,
stop listening.
I was doing a bit there where you just stop listening, and I stopped talking, they stopped listening, everyone's done. That's the end.
That's definitely how podcasts work.
Everyone could see that I had stopped.
I would say, usually each main story chapter is broken into 4 parts. I would say that just by the nature of the beast, we're going to talk through parts of part 1, because we need to talk about the characters and Roscaelifer and all of those other cool things. And the first part of the story is literally just like
introductions.
Hey, let's go. Here we go. So that's a good heads up for us, Brian. I appreciate it.
We won't intentionally talk about story spoilers, but we will accidentally because
it's going to happen. I mean, like, we're going to talk about Velina today. We're going to talk about Velina.
Who?
DJ Velina. Velina. It's Velina. Don't do this.
Velina.
We're going to talk about Velina. We're going to talk about Pyrois. And we're going to talk about
Norma.
All of the cool stuff. Norma is going to show up a little bit. We're going to pretty much, like the most of the characters. We won't do any big spoilers. We will talk a little bit about Sunbringer. So if you don't know anything about Sunbringer and you really want to go in blind, for real, pause it, go play, and then come back. You'll still get like the big reveal in like part 1. But let's talk about Boo. What's the name of it?
Booastrum.
Let's talk about Booastrum, Brian. They've done a great job of making a place that's interesting to be in, but is still player friendly.
Yes, they've done. I think they've done what they set out to do with Wi-Fi Peninsula.
Yeah,
because Wi-Fi Peninsula, they talked about how they wanted things to be more open and traversable than 6th Street, which was kind of, you kept jumping to these tiny little boxes. But the problem I had with Wi-Fi was that it still felt small. Okay. Like everything was there and like you could all get to it without having to go through any loading screens.
Yes.
But as we've talked about, the run took 30 seconds. Whereas, and I mean, the run still kind of takes 30 seconds to do just your dailies. But there's actually like, when you're walking around Booastrum, you actually feel like you're walking around a city instead of just a neighborhood.
There's lots of people. It feels like you're part of a city. I do like that they put just like they peeled away all illusion, because at least in like Wi-Fi, things were like spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's like one line to it. Now it is like they are next door to each other. Do your video store management, get your waffles, get your coffee. Okay, move on.
Yes.
To the point where they put, did you notice that like you've got T10 man inside, but they have a drive-through counter on the outside of the building so you can get your coffee without having to walk through a doorway?
No, actually, like, I hadn't actually seen that yet.
Yeah. There's like a woman in like, I think a maid outfit who's like, she's at a little window and it's literally like you do your video checks, you take 2 steps to get yelled at by a bear, and then you take a step and a half
Can we just
to get your tea. We need to talk about this bear, man.
The second that bear, when Roar and Brecky's is the most appropriate name for that shop.
This bear is. I was like getting ready to record tonight, and I'm like, I have to talk about this thing because he just is shouting into like a vocoder.
It's
in your ear.
It's so amazing. Just, hey, biscuits!
And they've done it on purpose. Every line is so long that if you're mashing through it, he never finishes a line. So he's just like this super angry, like not angry, the super energetic bear interrupting himself to yell about eating waffles.
Yes.
It's awesome and horrible. And I'm so glad they committed to it. Like, it's grating in the best way possible.
You go from the nice, calm, here's your lovely cup of tea. Waffles!
I'm like, no, please don't. Oh, man. Yeah, I like how convenient it is. I know some of the people in the Discord it's a little bit weird at this point that we don't have like an HIA offshoot in Roscaelifer.
I do,
but it's quick enough.
I mean, it is one of those where narratively it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
because
same thing for having to go back to the outpost, right?
Yeah, it's like at the very beginning, like when we first land, they're like they are still a isolationist.
Yeah,
like they do not have foreign people, so it wouldn't make sense for HIA to already be set up.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, and I think mechanically, like usually if you're burning your energy for the day, you're going to either HIA or the outpost to get discs. It wouldn't make sense to have one and not the other nearby because you're still going to have to travel and you're probably going to go to both anyways. I kind of hope they don't consolidate that because the load screens are not that long and it does make the world feel bigger.
Yeah.
And like having to go to those different places.
Plus they still give you the option to just auto teleport after you drink your cuppa.
Exactly.
Cuppa.
Drink your cuppy.
Drink your cuppy.
I got my cuppy. I got my crispy cuppy puppies. And
waffles.
But like waffles. Apart from that little strip, Booastrum feels very like full and alive. They've learned a lot in how they want to make maps and how they want to make spaces feel alive and real. And so it feels like it's got the 6th Street Underground feel of like there are people around and doing things, but it's got the Wi-Fi Peninsula feel of like this is a small chunk of something much bigger. And also it's been intentionally designed.
Yeah. Also, especially right now at the beginning, it feels super big and populated because they have so many little vignettes for you to stumble across. It's like every time they're like, let's go do the main story. And I'm like, hold on. There's a trail of gray dialogue options. I have to go.
Exactly.
I have to fill out my journal.
I've got so many things to talk to.
I'm really interested because I'm sure you found some where some of them are like one-offs. Like I found the late night jazz club, which I really love.
Yes. I like the one-man jazz band that's playing covers of Zone Zero music.
But then you get a lot of them where they're like, check back later because this is actually going to be an evolving like story over the course of 3.0 and things will be up. And I'm like, that's cool that like it actually encourages you to like read and interact and not just click through as soon as possible. It'll make it feel more interesting. It's kind of like what they do, like with like, you know, with the Quixie in Wi-Fi, where he had his little hero challenge, but more,
and more like cohesive. It feels. I'm just grateful that the first time since the game came out, there is a character that made my wife even slightly, vaguely, remotely interested in looking at the screen when ZZZ was on.
I'm trying to think of who this is going to be.
Yep, you can do it. He. I'll give you a hint. He is an NPC that is one of the people you're prompted to talk to for like filling out your Roscaelifer docket. It is 100% Crow. She was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "You mean the tired, what a drag detective with the detective Bangboo?" She goes, "Yeah, that's my dude." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Good to know you'll never play this game because he's never going to be playable." But I mean, I get it. The NPC design continues to be phenomenal.
Yep, I'm loving.
They hit it out of the park here, man.
Yeah, the little British police cops.
Yep. Did you notice that all the British Bangboo have an accent?
Yes, I like I like that they have accents. And there's like one Bangboo. They have Griff, the little the little Victorian orphan Bangboo, where they're even like, "Why do you talk different than all the other Bangboos?" Cheers, governor. He's starting his own little Bangboo street gang. I'm like, man, they did. They really
the Bangboo street toughs.
They went all in on just full British silliness.
Yeah, they're having fun, and I think that fun really shows up in like fun for us as well.
Yeah.
But it feels like they're freed a little bit to kind of do goofy and silly, and I mean, and that's attested to by the fact that we are joined by Billy and Cecilia.
Billy and Cecilia are our guides through this patch.
And we won't say any more because I'm going to talk about it for our story episode. But man, have they nailed it with Billy and Cecilia. Let's talk about the new characters before we talk about anything else.
All right.
Let's talk about Velina.
Velina. Or
First of all,
Velina if you're Eric.
Velina. Listen, I said it because you were looking at me like I was a crazy person. So, Velina. Question number 1. Did you and how did it go?
So I think I had talked about it in a previous episode. I had gone to the 50-50 on Promia. And so when I didn't get Promia, I was teed up. So I was guaranteed I got Velina. Still took most of it. So I think I got her on like roll 80. So close to, but I got her. And then my cat allegedly accidentally sat on my mouse and clicked until I got her W engine.
I was going to ask if you went W engine.
Yeah, which I got the W engine without too much hassle, so that's nice.
Okay, that's good. I got her. I also I won 50-50. I think my last character that I got was Cecilia.
Okay.
But it did take 75-80 rolls to get her. I did not get her W engine, only because I know like I'm 50-50 on Norma. But we've pretty much at this point it's been confirmed that at least one half of patch 3.1 is going to be a Void Hunter.
Yeah.
And historically they really want their W engines, and so. And if rumors are to be believed, I think I also want the character that's coming out right after our Void Hunter. And so I skipped W Engine, which is a little frustrating because W Engine wise, she wants one that has energy regen. And there is not an A rank or freely accessible energy regen
for an anomaly engine.
Yeah. And so you either run her with a slightly subpar anomaly engine, or like her best free to access option is a supporter W engine. You use like Kaboom the Cannon or Weeping Gemini.
Okay.
Which give you 50% energy regen, but you just don't get the second effect.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up coming in like if the online things are to be believed, it's like 10% total DPS lower than like the exact same build, but using her W engine. So she's a little bit like Trigger in that regard, where like you can get by without it, but it makes it a lot easier to build and use her if you get her W engine.
Yeah.
I know there is a free event reward A rank W engine for anomaly users coming out within patch 3.0. That I don't know if that's going to be amazing for her. We'll find out. I might end up breaking and rolling on that W engine banner. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Because she's good. Like, hey, actually, she's really good.
She's good. Turns out that any character that their whole shtick is making other people just better while also doing decent damage.
Yeah. So do we want to talk a little bit about like how wind works? Because we did finally, it's a new element. It's our first new element that's actually new and not just like a rebranding for Void Hunters since the game launch.
So wind is basically just a modifier.
Yeah.
So basically you have Velina break wind on the field and then someone comes in.
She breaks wind on the field.
Yeah, you like that? That's the highbrow humor
In
that
the
you join us for.
We've peaked. That's it.
And then basically someone comes in, they do a different element.
Any other element.
And then the vortex takes on the element.
Yeah, and so it triggers Windswept when she when it feels like applying an anomaly effect, and then Windswept combines with something else, and that like increases the amount of damage the afflicted target takes from both wind and that element.
Yeah.
So it really does kind of incentivize like she needs to be paired with somebody else.
She will not be there will not be a double wind comp.
So far, probably not until they do something weird with it.
Where they make a wind void hunter who triggers X wind, which is a different element than wind.
Super wind, and it's Wand.
Wand.
Sorry, that Wand is Belle's brother. So triggering it, you don't trigger disorders with wind, and that's the reason that like there's been a lot of like doom posting and people naysaying about how she plays with characters who care about disorder.
Yeah.
So she has some level of anti-synergy with like Miyabi or
Yanagi.
Alice.
She doesn't play well with
Yanagi. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately. But instead of a disorder, it triggers Vortex, which is that big swirly tornado AoE.
Yes.
So like any other character that comes out now, she has a bar that we have to manage. But this one's easy.
Yeah.
When full, hold anything.
Yep.
And then switch off again. Like pretty much.
Yeah. You can always tell when you do the character demo and they're like, hold this button. All right, free battle's about to start. And you're like, okay, I think I figured out how to play her.
I did it. So when she has a full bar, if you hold her attack or her skill, it triggers Wind Shear, which makes a big tornado and applies all the good things that you want her to apply. 2 EX specials from an empty bar fills up her bar. So if you've got a bunch of energy set up for her, you switch to her, you tap EX special, you hold EX special, it fills up her bar, and then immediately does the animation where she does the cool like spin back, makes a big tornado, and that triggers a reverse assist back to the previous character. So it feels really good to play in that way, and you pretty much just want to be doing that whenever it's available.
So
I
keep going about her kit. I was gonna segue into team comp.
Just a moment, we'll do that because the only thing that I got confused about for a moment was she has little like dots on her meter, kind of like what Jane Doe has or other characters. Like that tells you, hey, this is something to consume. Those are essentially passively consumed. She gets a dot whenever she triggers Vortex. So whenever she essentially a disorder gets triggered. With 2 dots, the next time she makes a big tornado, it just is better. And it clears those dots, rinse and repeat. So really all you have to do, y'all, is burn her energy when she's got energy.
Bar full, shoot.
And spend time on somebody else. Now, let's talk about team comps because I want to know who you're playing with because you've got more of her like key players right now. Neither of us have Promea, so I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
Is like
supposed to be her her best.
Too.
So I saw a lot of people say Arya. is a good one.
Have you done that one?
Yeah.
Arya Velina?
Yeah. I still just, I don't know. Arya's fine. The angels just never clicked with me. The only one that ever did was Sunna, because with Yexing Wang, she just shows up.
Talked about.
Yeah. And then Nangong is I'm still clunky with like actually her mechanics.
Man, I like using Nangong, but I get it.
But
she's a weird.
I want to know: have you used the Jane Doe team?
It's so fun. It's so good.
Because I saw
Jane's back, baby.
I saw people talking about how Jane's passive works really well with Vortex.
Because she can make it crit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So much so that I spent my we for in the W engine, like the shop frame, you can get gold W engine parts that you can trade for S rank W engines if you have 4 of them.
Yeah.
I had 6. I bought Jane's engine. When
her Genjin
to make this team to make this team better, because it's an excuse to play. So it's Jane Doe, Velina, and then right now Yuzuha.
Yeah.
Is who I've been using. And it just feels so good because Velina and Yuzuha don't want to be on the field. And Jane really wants to be on the field. And then her W engine is the best engine for her if you're able to consistently do dash attacks or dodge attacks. Which, if she's always on the field and you don't need to swap somebody over to burn their or to refill their charges, you're going to be doing dodge attacks. It feels really, really good, and things just sort of like explode when you can layer up Vortex and the physical anomaly. What's it called?
Assault.
When you can trigger those two. I'm going to cut out the 5 minutes of me sitting here.
I was just enjoying watching your face. That's an audio version of what his face was looking like.
It's pretty rough. That team feels really good, and I used it on the most recent. I want to say I used it on the most recent Deadly Assault.
Okay.
And was able to pass 20k the first time I used it, and that was with an unbuilt Velina. Like, I used her at like level 60, but all her skills were only at 6, and she was only at like 4 out of her 6 like main skill unlocks.
Oh yeah. Her core skill.
You know what I'm talking about. Her core skill. That's the one.
We definitely know the terms of this game.
We've been doing this podcast for so long, and we don't know anything's name. It must be awful to listen to. She's really good. I'll be interested to see what characters play well with her in the future. We already know that Remiel, like in their official material, Hoyo was like, Remiel and Velina are really good together. And there's an official video out showing Remiel's stuff, so we're allowed to talk about her. It's going to be a flashy team, man.
I hope you have a good processor in that Steam Deck, because the jiggle physics will be...
Oh, yeah. Now, let me just say this real quick. This is a positive thing. I am like resident Steam Deck person. I know in the Discord people are like, hey, how is the game on Steam Deck? I want to convince people that I know to play the game because it's on Steam Deck. And y'all, I'm here to say it's pretty good. It's all right.
Now that is a glowing review.
I predominantly play Zenless Zone Zero either on my phone or a PlayStation 5. And Steam Deck is squarely in the middle of that, I think. To test it, I did Hollow Zero at difficulty 8 using my Sanby team. So Sanby, Orphe, and Trigger. I use Rena as a support because Rena's thing is that she triggers frequent slow bullet time, like the slow time mode, which can be pretty heavy on the computer to process everything at the same time. Hollow Zero the whole time, smooth as butter. Like, it played comfortably. I didn't have any weird... There's maybe one time where there was a slight chug towards the very beginning when it was loading everything in. It's not the prettiest way to play Zenless Zone Zero. There's definitely some like really crunchy, I want to say artifacting is the term, when you are like selecting characters and stuff. But it played better than my phone, far and away. I've been using it to do all of the, I'm going to use scare quotes here, open world exploration after having finished the story for version 3.0, like the new combat regions where you're running around as a team, which traditionally just destroys my phone.
Okay.
Like, I had trouble. Sometimes, like, it would just crash if I was in there for too long. It's really rough.
Oh,
wow. No issues on Steam Deck. It takes just a couple seconds to load, and then you're in there. So if you're on the fence, it works really good. The only annoying part about being on Steam Deck is it does still technically launch through the launcher for MiHoYo instead of going straight into the game when you open it in Steam. And the launcher does not have controller support, so you do have to tap on the screen to log in. But once you're in, it's good to go.
Okay. There you have it, folks.
So it could. Yeah, if you already have a Steam Deck, it's worth putting Zenless Zone Zero on your Steam Deck. If you don't, now is not a good time to buy a Steam Deck. And if you've been following that, you already know. But I'm comfortable using it for pretty much everything now. I haven't used it on the new event that's out, but it should be fine. I like Velina. She's a lot of fun. We got another character in this story, and I want to go ahead and just talk about him, even though technically he's part of the story. She, they. Let's talk about Pyrois, Brent.
Pyrois.
Now, I know you've. Well, let me ask you this, and you don't have to tell me much. Have you played or finished the story yet?
No.
Okay.
I've played some of the story, but I have not finished it yet.
Did you get Pyrois?
I have not gotten Pyrois yet.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to talk. Unfortunately, y'all, I'm going to talk about Pyrois real quick. This will be helpful for you, Brian, and I can send this in a chat because Pyrois has 4 ults.
Yes.
And we talked about it last episode of like, okay, what are the rules for those?
Always
I
pick
have a
left.
general idea of the rules. In fact, actually, left is the worst one right now.
Oh. See, this segment is going to be, I guess, how you're supposed to play a character without having ever touched the character.
How do you think you build Pyrois? And for real life, how do you think you build Pyrois as an attacker?
As an attacker.
Yeah, crit rate, crit damage, and attack. You got it. You nailed it. Get crit to 72%, stat crit damage and attack. You're good to go. You can use other W engines on it, but why would you? You get a free S rank W engine that is built for Pyrois. It works great.
Okay.
Just by exploring what's available right now in the city, you can get Pyrois up to get their W engine and get them up to Mindscape 2.
Okay.
So everything I'm going to talk about, like in terms of gameplay, assumes Mindscape 2 because Mindscape 1 and 2 facilitate using ults way more frequently than most characters can use ults. Because they're like, it's like refunding charge, and you can use an ult at the very beginning of a fight, and some cool stuff there. So ult wise, at the beginning of a fight, full stop, use Ult-Down just to start the fight. You'll get a bunch of that meter recharge, and it gives you a buff that lasts for 180 seconds, which is usually longer than you're in most encounters in the game. So use Ult-Down first. Then you want to be ulting during stun windows. You use Ult-Up at the beginning of a stun window to do more damage.
Is that the totalized one?
The right one is the totalized one. You want to use the right one at the very end of the stun window because Pyrois is the second character we've ever gotten that did totalize. And so like, and I had the same problem where in my head, totalize consumes, like, you do more damage the more stun bar you consume.
Yeah.
That is not true. That is a Hugo specific effect.
Oh.
It does end stun, but it does not do more if you use it early. So ideally, you use up ult right at the start of a stun window, or right at the start of a stun window. You do damage, you build up meter, you then use your right ult, which is the totalized one, right at the very end of the stun window. So you get the totalized effect, but you've used the whole damage multiplier stun window to do damage. Then rinse and repeat.
Where's the gun come into play?
You have one.
Cool.
You have a gun. They explain it narratively, but there's kind of you got a little gun.
Nice. So not having had access to he, him
Pyrois.
How does it kind of stack up against actual S ranks?
On par with most upper level S ranks.
Okay.
It's, I mean, like,
so
Zhu Yuan dead in a ditch.
Poor
I would put poor Zhu Yuan. She can use the new set that's built for Pyrois to do more damage, but she needs a rebuild. She needs some buffs here. Pyrois is not a Void Hunter, but he's right there at or slightly above the likes of like Evelyn or Bangboo.
Okay, so
maybe even Sandby.
So Pyrois is definitely worth investing in.
Yes, especially right now, and especially if you don't have a large amount of ether attackers or ether damage dealers. Pyrois is absolutely worth building, and we've only got 2 of the 6 Mindscapes out right now.
Okay.
So the fact that we're going to end up getting a full Mindscape 6 S rank character that has a dedicated W engine as well, it's going to be good for a while, I would think. So if you've got Pyrois,
because I remember
build Pyrois.
When I played Genshin, playing Star Traveler or whatever they're called, they were actually a pretty good character for at least a good little bit. Like they were
good early,
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were amazing at the very start when you had no one, but so Pyrois is better than that. Pyrois is fully like lineup contending.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that the previous character we got for free was Harumasa.
Who?
Pyrois is like, yeah. He's like 3 of those and all put together. Like Pyrois is really solid and will be for a while. I did want to point out that we keep saying S rank, but Pyrois is not S rank. If you look at the picture, and if you go to our Discord right now, Brian, in the general tab, you can see a picture of it.
Yeah, it's infinite rank.
It's infinite. The S is sideways, making it into an infinity symbol. That's so cool. That's awesome, man. Like that's neat. But yeah, Pyrois is good right now, and you just pair them as an attacker with other like people that help attackers. I actually think Jafufu is really helpful for Pyrois because it makes
poor Jafufu. She's only got another like 3 weeks before she's replaced by Norma.
Norma's gonna show up, but the nice thing is like because Pyrois wants to ult twice in a stun window, Jafufu gives you more wiggle room to rack up ultimate points before the stun window starts, because you can have a whole extra one. And if memory serves, Pyrois uses less than 3,000 to trigger an ultimate, so you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get both those ults in one window. So if you've got her, cool. If you don't, it'll be okay. Just put Dylan in and you'll be fine.
Gotcha.
Because Dylan also, she's going to do the same thing. She wants to trigger those ults for you.
Neat.
I'm impressed. Yeah. So
that's cool. That's cool.
All
that
really
they
cool.
Gave you actually a really good, which is also I mean, you know, if you're looking purely financially, that's probably a good idea because you're getting people. A big problem that you get in a lot of gacha games is people jump in or they're like, "Hey, join this gacha that's 2 years in." And you're like, "Oh, well, you've missed all the like super meta characters." Now's a bad time to actually join because, and you're like, all right, well, I'm not going to play. And they're like, no, here's a free, actually good character that's going to hold your account until you're able to build that roster.
Yes. Take this. It's going to be good. It's going to carry. No, you don't have to worry about the fact that you missed that one crossover limited run character that happened 3.5 years ago, and now your account's tanked forever. If you are listening to this podcast and you don't play Zenless Zone Zero, now is a great time to start.
But also, thanks for listening to a podcast that makes no sense to you.
What's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Hi,
jump in our Discord and tell us if you need help. Yeah, hi, Mom. Okay, so she's not out yet, but we do get the chance to play a little bit with Norma in the story as well. I won't talk too much. I don't think you haven't had the chance to play with Norma.
Doesn't matter. I want her.
Okay.
I love the little murder goblin that she is. Just a pure ball of chaos and destruction.
Yes, Norma is a delight, and she's pretty fun to play. She's able to trigger quick assists or chain attacks. she's able to trigger chain attacks from just like normal gameplay. We'll talk about her more when she comes out, but she's also a lot of fun to play. So far, I mean, the devs are 3 for 3 for characters that like feel interesting and unique to play.
Yeah.
In 3.0, and it does really feel like they're building off of what they did in the previous seasons.
So
and that's all awesome.
Yeah. No, I've even just Velina I've enjoyed, but I like where things are going character wise.
Excellent. Do you want to talk about some of the current events going on?
Yes. Yeah.
There's some current events going on.
The events, all of the ones I've played all of them.
Okay.
All of them I have enjoyed. Do you want?
I have not touched. Let's do Gleaming Shadow Team Battle first. Let's save Genius and the Miracle Chip for last.
Okay.
So I have not touched Shadow Team Battle yet.
Okay.
I want you to tell me about it.
Shadow Team Battle. That is the one where you get 2 teams of 2.
Okay.
So that they've done that mode before. I'm pretty sure.
I remember them doing it before, and like that was the one that like by the end of each phase, you're just chaining ults together because you've built everything up.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's pretty basic. You get a limited pool to pick from, so you don't get like the full roster to build your own. So like the very first one you do is like anomaly focused. So you get like a handful of anomaly characters and. Basically, you just go through. You just beat the crap out of waves of minions.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool mechanic of sharing the resource. So, you like playing with Velina as one of the characters, and especially if you've got her with like high energy regen. So she's building a lot of energy regen. You swap over to the other team after doing enough damage, and then you have like Yanagi who's got a full bar, so she can like immediately go. And so it's cool. Yeah, like the initial ones, they pick your teams for you, so they are just like, here's your team, go play with them.
This is how you do this.
So it's pretty simple, nothing too complex, but it's just fun. I enjoy that they keep coming up with different ways to do the same thing, essentially, of like beating monsters.
Yeah, I'm glad this one came back because I remember having a lot of fun with it the first time.
It's pretty. It's just like it. I mean, all of them just started.
Yeah.
So there's, I didn't get too deep into it. But yeah, no, it's just fun little battle mode.
Excellent. I imagine it won't. Just from like skimming through it, it probably won't take a long time to clear out the whole thing.
No.
Either.
Yeah, I think like
each
nice. Round is like 2, maybe 3 minutes.
Cool.
So probably, you can knock it out in half an hour max.
Excellent. Well, I will find out later today. The other one they have running right now is the Celestial Nexus dossier, which is fancy term for like, hey, you go talk to all those gray things that were distracting Brian from playing the story. Yeah. And get points for playing the game, which is nice. At this point, Brian, I only have one left to do.
Okay.
I've done all the others, but I think some of them are pretty contingent on you doing like the story or most of the story. What have you been able to do here so far?
So I have actually, I was gone all weekend, so I have not had a whole bunch of time to really run around. So basically the way I'm just going is I'm going through the story, and every time I see one of those, I make a detour, do them as they show up. So I've definitely, I like that they're like time coded. So, there's different ones at night versus day. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going through, talking to them, some of the one-offs, and, like the guy who wants you to pick his outfit for you. And so,
and that's recurring, actually.
Oh, really?
That one, yeah, I've done it I haven't checked today yet, but I've done it for at least 2 Bangboo now.
Oh, okay.
So, and you get a chest each time you do it. So I'm sure there'll be a little achievement for doing a handful of them, but I've done, that one doesn't, you'll notice that puzzle piece doesn't go away on the map after you clear it.
Okay.
So that one will come back.
But again. Yeah, no, I'm just enjoying the beginning parts of a new zone of just running around, collecting, getting distracted. I've got the cat, the beginning of the cat cafe. I
Nice.
I hope it actually turns into something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I like that the
Yeah.
Celestial dossier of just they're like, play the game. You'll get rewarded for playing your game.
Yeah. So the only one that was slightly confusing that it'd be worth like talking about is the 5th tab is when it says alleyway journey, and that's when it says like talk to all the managers, and then make a wish at the fountain, and then ride a ghost bus, and enter the theater. And the ghost bus in particular was confusing to me because I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this.
Is that the late night one?
There's a late night one. It's the end of a series, a quest.
Okay.
That you'll gain access to as you start playing. I don't know if you can do it before you finish the story. You might be able to, of collecting pages to a Bangboo children's book. I'm not going to say any more than that because I think this is a really important quest. I think it's going to end up being really important, and it's really, really fun. So you and I will talk about it next time we do an episode. But if you are listening and you haven't done that yet, there are like secret areas in each of the new zones that there's a quest attached, and by unlocking them, you also get these pages to a children's book. And MiHoYo is doing the thing that they love to do in other games, which is reward you for reading the stuff that's technically optional reading material. It's a lot shorter than like a book in Genshin is, but it's very clear that the story being told in the Bangboo children's book is directly either the history of the creator and New Eridu, or it's what's going to happen in this chapter.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And it's really cool. There's neat visuals attached to it. It gets really weird and like almost like, because we're talking about it, it's almost Dark Soulsian, and the way like it doesn't tell you things, it just gives you like bits of line that you know are important. You're not sure why they're important. But all of those connect and culminate in the ghost bus to Glitch Alley. So by doing those, you'll also tick off those achievements, and those Bangboo pages give you are connected to and give you rewards, and the ongoing event for this season, the Bangboo fighting game event. So we'll talk about it next time, but I finished that last night, and it was like a little creepy even, and it was really cool. Okay. I really liked it. I know I'm like really baiting the lead here, but it's solid. So make sure you guys do that. Let's talk about Annihilation Simulacrum, and then we'll talk about
Bang Bang,
the ongoing event. Bang Bang. Have you done any of the new long duration end game mode? This Annihilation.
Yes.
I've done one of the 3.
Yeah, I've done Monato, the first one.
Yes, I think I'm going to try to do another one or 2 today because they're really fun.
It's difficult.
It's not easy.
It requires you to actually pay attention. The first time I went in, I like half read the mechanics. I was like, okay, parry, hit him with EX, no big deal.
Yeah.
And I skipped the part where every time he blocks an attack, he builds his meter. And so I was like in this constant battle of just going back and forth because I was knocking down his meter, and then I was auto attacking and building it back up.
Yeah.
So I played because it comes with 2 modes, the standard and then like the extreme mode. The standard you can pick whoever you want. And I was like, okay, this man wants to be hit with EX, ultimates, and get parried. So I pulled out Yijuan, because I said, nice. I know someone who likes to hit EX and throw ultimates. Yeah. And that worked really well. And then I was like, okay, let me bring this team into extreme. And they said, here's 8 people. And I said, none of these are the ones I used.
Never mind. Oh, no. That's not good.
So I think that's cool you can clear it with whatever team you want to get through the standard. And then you actually have to like have a team and think about it. I think this
they're trial characters, so you can't just like out gear it.
Yes.
Like you have to use who they suggest for you. I was just looking at the dossier for the extreme mode. One of them is Norma. So if you just wanted to try out Norma a little bit, you can bring Norma.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. And I was like, that's really cool that they're letting you try her out like this early. It's a great. It's a genius way to let you play the new characters without pulling for them, so that way you realize that you do want to pull for them. But also,
in fact, want all of them.
It's just cool, and because, like you said, because there's no weaknesses or strengths, and everyone is a trial character. It is purely skill based, which is my weakest aspect of this game.
Oh no! It is an end-game mode that new players can still engage in.
I think it's really cool that you like, because some of our biggest complaints about the new Shiyu is it feels kind of the opposite of like where you really need this big stacked, well-built team. This is the opposite. Yeah. They said, here's all of the tools, just go play.
Get good, figure it out. Yeah. The other nice thing is to your point, like the non-extreme mode, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's very manageable. All of the polychromes are only locked behind first clear. So you can do all 3 extreme modes, and if you do, you get some like gold discs, and you can get a avatar that no one's going to use because your avatar is going to be a character you like instead of one of the ones they give you.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, this isn't meshing with me, or I'm struggling, you don't have to clear the extreme modes. You can just do the 3 regular clears and get all the juicy rewards that you'd want, because it is significant. If you clear it on standard difficulty and you do it with like all the added expectations for the fight, so like you don't trigger stance switches, or you don't let Monato enter frenzy, you'll get 160 polychromes just for that one fight, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
that's a roll. That's a roll. 160.
I don't know. I was converted into tapes right away, so I don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's a roll.
That's a roll.
That's not bad for like 2 minutes of your time, assuming you nail it. And this one is a rotating mode, but it rotates like it's like a battle tower.
Yeah,
where it doesn't rotate for a while. I did finally go and finish current battle tower, which is nice.
Nice.
So you've got time. What I would recommend doing is, if you're somebody and you've got the free time, take a swing at each of these bosses, see how it feels. And then if you nail it, cool. And if you're like, this isn't really vibing with me right now, come back later. You've got plenty of time.
Here is another thing.
Yes.
The extreme mode has a leaderboard based on your outpost. I don't know if you took a look at that.
I have not done any extreme mode.
Yeah, so when you do your extreme mode, you will see where you rank against other people in the outpost.
Oh no. Uh-oh. That's going to expose us immediately. Oh no.
But yeah, so join our outpost. See how much better you are at the game than us.
Join our cult, and then you can gloat about how you did better than we did.
Yes. But I do think it's a cool little thing because, again, like the outpost is great. Thank you to everyone who keeps doing my notorious hunts and all the things.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just another little interaction where you're like, okay, here's actually a reason to have outposts besides having people do your work for you.
It's pretty sweet. Okay. The last event that's going on now is the Genius and the Miracle Chip.
The new
and this one
permanent game mode.
I, unsurprisingly, really like this mode.
It is a single player RPG-ish auto battler.
Pseudo auto battler. Pretty early on, you unlock the ability to make it so that auto uses your ultimates, and placement only kind of matters. So it's pretty low footprint in terms of like how you engage with it.
Yeah.
But it's got its own gacha system in it, which is always nice. To get new Bangboo collaborators. There's a lot in it, and when I first picked it up, it was really hard to parse. Because you get this menu with like 7 different things you can click on. There's a day. This is something I didn't realize the first day I was doing it. There is a daily challenge that you need to do.
Yeah,
that you can do.
You got your daily challenges. You get your daily currency. You get currency, like passive currency.
Hourly building currency. And that currency, dude, I don't know if this happened to me. I did not realize how powerful level scaling is in this game. So like I started it. I did the first couple of like data domain trainings. Like those are the ones you have to do to progress the thing.
Yeah.
Got to like number 4 and the little sign says like, it's hard, Eric. Don't do this. This is going to be hard. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll build up my team. I'll come back the next day. I accepted my daily buildup of tokens and went from like level 3 to level like 10.
Yeah.
And then like everything is just swept. Like it's so much easier to just clear through everything. But there is a daily cap, so they want you to be checking in every day.
Yep.
Which is important.
But yeah, so this is going to be kind of, it's similar to the Sui Bien Temple, where you're getting resource, you're upgrading, you're battling through. It's cool. I've only kind of started it, but yeah, if for whatever reason you haven't really started it, it's like Sui Bien Temple. Max out what you can each time because it's stacking resources, so it'll make it quicker to clear it. You got plenty of time. Yes. Like I said, it's a permanent game mode.
There are some, if you're really trying to maximize what's available, there are some limited time rewards for doing the event. There's plenty of time for those. Like at the time of, I guess when this episode comes out, you'll have 33 days left to get all of the exclusive rewards from inside the event, and that's like getting you through phase 6 through phase 9. But also, we were talking about the dossier earlier, and the one that I'm missing from my completed dossier is entering the Bangboo Theater. The way to enter the Bangboo Theater is gated behind one of the tier rewards for doing this event. So if you put this event off for too long, you won't be able to get that item in time to get into the theater to get those extra polychromes. So even if you're like not ready to do the story yet, it's worth getting started and doing this event if you're trying to squeeze every bit of currency out of the game that you can, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. Thank you.
Okay. Of course. Thanks, Brian. I needed that. One of the mistakes is it's not super clear.
Yeah, I think that
anywhere
there's like
in game.
There was like a single line where it was like something where I was like, it is connected to like one of them. I'm not sure which one, but one of them does reference the fact that like Bang Bang is tied to other things. So it's like, yes, they really connected all of the intro to 3.0 stuff to get you to jump into it.
There are 9 phases. The reward for getting into the item you need to get into the theater is from phase 8.
Yeah.
So it's going to take some level. We have plenty of time still. It's not going to, but it's going to take some investment. And because there's a daily cap to how much experience you can accumulate, you can't save this for the last day and then clear everything. It's not going to happen. Like you're going to need multiple days to do everything. And I guarantee there are going to be people 35 days from now who are like, this is BS. It's not fair. Why would they do this? It's stupid. I can't get it now because I don't have enough power or whatever. This is your warning right now to do that. Make it part, even if all you do as part of your daily rotation is you log in, you manage your video store, you get yelled at by a bear, you drink some coffee.
Tea.
You pop over to here, can take your daily experience points, then go to HIA and or disc farming and farm those things. So that's your warning. Just makes it's worth it. Also, the event is fun. I like that. Like you keep getting different characters to do it. I've pulled 2 S rank Bangboo so far. Now I can only have those 2 and like one other Bangboo on the field right now because they take up so much load to play, but they strong, and I like it. So,
but yeah, no, it's a fun mode. I enjoy it too. Play the game. That's my advice. Is play the thing.
Now is a good time to play. It is this patch in 3.1 if you are like, I don't play ZZZ as much as I want to, or I used to, or I only listen to you guys' podcasts because I think you guys are so cool, I don't really play the game. If you can get back in for this patch and next patch, we're going to be rolling in currency.
Yes.
Drowning in it. Because this is a new season, so they're throwing everything they can at us. And then next patch is the anniversary patch. 3.1 is an anniversary. So they're really wanting us to, they're going to give us things to roll on, but now is a really good time to get in there. And I don't know about you, Brian, but sometimes I go through phases with gacha games where like I'm deep in it, or I'm just kind of like casually playing it, and I might not care as much about doing things. If you can find a way to make yourself care, now is a good time to care about ZZZ.
It does help that there's a lot of new stuff, because that's usually kind of part of the ebb and flow of gachas is towards the tail end, especially, you know, like the end of 2.x where like they were wrapping everything up and you were like, I can't even farm for Velina. So you were like, that I kind of ran into that mode of like, I'm just waiting.
Whatever.
But yeah, now that it's new, and so I was busy all weekend, so it was killing me because I wanted to jump in and just like hit. But I'll have some time this week, and I'll really deep dive into everything, so that way I won't have to
excited.
Guess at what Eric's talking about when he's talking about Pyrois. Pyrois.
Listen to me ramble. Pyrois. And I mean, the story, we won't talk about story today. The story for 3.0 is solid. Like I am excited to be playing the game during and then after 3.0. So if you can get into it, I think, it took me about 4.5 hours total to play the story of 3.0 from beginning to end.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad. And my time's going to be a little bit, maybe more, maybe less. I tried not to get distracted by every gray symbol I saw because I had the day off. So I was like, let me just like mainline this thing and experience it in one go. So I skipped a bunch of those and came back to those later, but I did have to pause frequently to take notes because we do a podcast.
Yeah.
So maybe closer to 4 if you just focus on story stuff. 4.5 to 5 maybe if you try to do all the other stuff around it. But I will say, having skipped and fought my own urges and ran past a bunch of people with gray bubbles above their heads, nothing felt out of place when I came back and did those later. So you can comfortably kind of like just nail the story, get that done. It's all very exciting. I won't talk about Sunbringer, but I want to talk about Sunbringer. Brian, do you know the big Sunbringer twist yet? Big Sunbringer twist.
No.
Why there's 3 of them?
No. I mean,
okay,
yes,
cool.
Yes, because of our Discord and the story spoiler channel, but unofficially, no.
Brian, you got to mute that, man. What are you doing? Come on, man.
Oops.
Anyways, really enjoying it. There's lots of fun things to do. When we are back in 2 weeks, we will have the chance to actually, our next episode will be talking about story.
Yes.
But first, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, follow, share us with your friends. If you are convincing your friends to start playing Zenless Zone Zero because they have a Steam Deck and they feel like they're going to be lost, tell them you got a cool podcast they can listen to.
Super cool.
It's like super cool, and these guys know all the terms in the game and everything. But if you are listening, we don't say this enough, thank you. It really does mean a lot. We appreciate your willingness to put up with us talking about this game for as long as we do. Our next episode will be out in 2 weeks, which means it will be July 9th.
9th of July.
9th. By then, Norma should be out. Is that right?
Yeah.
That seems right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Norma will be out.
We may or may not start having information about the 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah, that will be close to, if not right after or around a special program. If the special program comes out at a bad time, we'll do what we did last time.
What did we do last time, Eric?
Ago. Well, last time it came out right before our episode, so we just talked about it. But the time before that, we did a bonus drop.
Bonus drop.
It was fun, so we'll probably do that again if the timing doesn't work out right. But one or both of us should have Norma, and we'll. I mean, it would be the story episode. There's a lot to talk about. I have 200 lines of notes from the 3.0 story.
Yeah, just the beginning part that I've gotten through, I'm already. I mean, some of them are the typical like nonsense notes.
Yeah. I tried to actually write down what was happening before I wrote down my nonsense notes, which is why it took me an extra 30 minutes to play it.
Yeah,
but hopefully it's more legible.
The very first notes I started taking were like fully just writing out the story. And I was like, okay, that's too much. And then we went too shorthand, and so it would just things like, yes. And I'm like, what did I mean by that?
Skamal Hollow.
I do have that as a line.
Yeah. I got interested. Skamal means clouds, and I forgot what language it is, but it means clouds. And I was curious because all the other hollows are named after mazes or labyrinths from
various
mythology
folklore
and history. And then this one's just named after cloud.
Which mythology has a labyrinth called Zero?
That's a great question, Brian. Shut up. How's that one?
I called him on his bluff.
That's the one. Well, shut up. We'll do this next time. Butthole. Well, until next time.
Cheers, governor.
What? Cheerio.
What?
How's the day treating you? If it ain't sweet enough yet, I can authorize one extra penny!